Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today, we are doing a follow-up episode. This is an episode that involves our water monitoring system here in the swimming pool. We did a previous episode on something called the pHin water monitoring system. And to be honest and to be able to give you the latest and the greatest up-to-date information with some months of experience behind us and something that we're going to reveal today that is unknown to most everybody except for maybe the pHin people themselves. We're going to talk about a secret that you can do to extend the life of your pHin monitoring system without having to throw it away as suggested in many of the other videos. Let's go ahead and get today's episode underway. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, here we are back in our Bahay Kubo next to our swimming pool in our backyard. We did a previous episode talking about the pHin water monitoring solution, and I got to tell you, it's a great product. It is this product that we have right here. This is actually the sampling, monitoring, and transmitting device that goes to a bridge. This is the pHin water monitoring system, and it works really well. And today's episode is not to bash this company, but to praise this company, but also to reveal something that they probably don't want you to know about. Because the basic concept behind this pHin device right here, it goes inside your swimming pool, and I'll put a link, maybe here, I don't know. It'll happen in post-editing. But I will put a link into our previous episode that actually did a review of the system. But for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this device monitors your water health inside your swimming pool without having to do the little chemical treating with the little drops that you put inside some of the water inside your swimming pool, or the little tapes that you put inside, the little tape strips that you put in that you would normally use to monitor your water health. This can be done on your smart device, such as a tablet or your smartphone. And by doing that, you can do that remotely. You don't have to go out to your swimming pool. You always know, so you know the exact amount of chemical solutions you need to bring up the health of your swimming pool. Now this device, it's self-enclosed. And what they tell you is it will last you, and I believe they say on their website, for 2 years, because there's some sort of battery installed inside of here. And they say when this dies, you just toss it away. You toss it away, and either you purchase a new device for them, or if you have a subscription with them, you can have them send you a replacement. And I believe the subscription is somewhere around $100 per year for the subscription. But what they don't tell you, and what they probably don't want to let most folks know, is that if you have a vivid and challenging imagination like I do, there's actually a way to go inside here and replace the battery yourself without throwing this out to some garbage dump site and also complicating our green ecosystem. You don't need to throw this device away. This device probably will last you a lifetime if you do the tip that I'm going to give you today. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Now, for those of you who have not watched my video before on the initial review of the pHin, this is what it does. You let it sit inside your swimming pool, it samples the water, and does this all day long. Then it reports the information from here in real time to a bridge. The bridge being a device such as this, which this is the bridge right here. And this device connects to your Wi-Fi system. Your Wi-Fi system will send it out to your smart devices, such as a smartphone or a tablet. Now, about 5 months after we started using the pHin device here inside of our swimming pool, we got a condition that it showed. Instead of sending us our normal information about our chlorine level or our pH balance inside our swimming pool, we received basically like an error that said there was no connection between this pHin device and our bridge. So there was some kind of malfunction, and it's very easy to troubleshoot. You can see whether it's a problem with your bridge, the internet, or this device right here. So when you check on the status inside your smart device, you can go to bridge and it will give you the condition of your bridge. Remember, that's the interface between this and you on your smart device via the internet. Well, it said our bridge was good. It was functioning well, everything was great, but it was not receiving any information from this. Now, if you contact the great people at pHin, the customer support, and you tell them what the indication is, they will tell you basically, we're going to send you out a replacement device, which is that device that's sitting there inside the swimming pool. And in the background, really what happened was the battery inside that device that they say is non-replaceable is bad. It's expired, doesn't work anymore. And they will tell you that it is not a user replaceable item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you today, after this device was dead and the good people from the customer support of pHin sent me a replacement. I guess that means this is yours, but I didn't want to throw it away in a landfill somewhere. So that was time for me to experiment to see really what kind of battery is inside this device, and is it something that the user can potentially replace themselves if they have a good enough imagination and skill set. So let me show you what I did. Decided to come back here on the back porch where it's a little drier and I'm not getting so wet. Now, before I actually crack this open, or attempt to crack this open to see what's inside, a little bit of background. Now, this pHin monitoring device, the way it works is inside, there's a little cap inside here that's retaining some water inside here right now. And it's probably okay even if it didn't have this cap on. But this is the way that it will ship to you. When it ships to you, there will be some water inside here because it is making connectivity inside here with the monitoring sensor to the battery. And I think they don't want to send it to you dry. I don't know why. Maybe it will even cause a problem when we take it apart and take a look at it like this. I don't know, because the battery is dead, so it shouldn't make any difference. But the way it works is you calibrate it. You take this, you take the top of this and you put it to the top, and this actually activates the battery inside. You get a little flashing light, and then you will take this off. You will store it in a little storage area right over here, and then you will put this back on, drop it inside your pool or your pond, and it will tell you what the pH and what the balance is of your chlorine, and it will report from here. It sends it wireless to a wireless bridge, and the bridge goes over your internet if you're connected to the internet, and will give you your readings on your smart device like a phone or a tablet. Well, that's the background behind this. Now, I received a signal on my or a message on my smart device, which is my phone, and I'm going to show you what it says here. And when I went to look at the status of my pool, I got a message. Instead of the nice blue reading or the orange reading that says you need to do some type of an attention to your pool, I got a gray reading that said not connected. The pHin is not connected. So I went through the troubleshooting procedures. The bridge was good, our internet was good, and this appeared to be not so good. I contacted the pHin people and they said they'll send out a replacement because it was under warranty. It was less than whatever the warranty period is, 1 or 2 years. Remember, I only had it for about 5 months. Since they're sending me the replacement, this is the time for me to go inside this and take a look and see what's inside. Let's go ahead and start by removing that. So there's a little hole right there, a little slide way. Let's try starting at that point right there with a prying device. Now it seems there's a clip on this side, and I'm going to assume there's also a clip on the other side. Now it appears that there's also clips on the top section up here. So there's one here, one at the bottom, and 2 at the top. This is one part of the shell, and the back part of the shell, and I'm going to say this is the battery right here. This is the culprit where we have problems. Now that I was able to penetrate and get inside the pHin device and successfully remove the battery, which by the way, the battery, I think I said earlier, is a CR2450. This is a 3-volt battery. I don't have any of these laying around the house, but what I do have here at the house are 3-volt batteries that are CR2032. You see these are common in many things like watches and small electronic devices, tuners for your guitar. So I'm going to temporarily use this battery since I don't have this battery yet for a replacement. The only difference between this one and this one, they're both 3 volts, but you can see one is a little bit bigger than the other. The 2045, the CR2045 is actually 486 milliampere, 3 volt, 486 milliampere, where the CR2032 is about half that amount. This is 240 milliamperes. And when you think of milliamperes, or you think of amperes, say like when you're buying a battery for your car, it's the storage capacity. It's the ability to be able to hold storage for a longer period of time and the amount of storage that is inside your battery. So this will probably work about half the amount of time that this one is, but now that I know how to get inside here, if I wanted to continue using this battery, at least have this thing working, I could use these and just replace these once or twice a year. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put this one in and test out the unit. Now, since this is just a testing solution, what I'm going to do is not solder the connectors back to the battery. I'm going to allow the actual tension pushing against it inside here as a contact. Now, that is not the optimum, the ideal solution for something that moves, but we're going to do it because this is going to be a test. I am also going to prevent moisture from getting back inside here by using some silicone. I'm going to use silicone that is meant to be in wet places, and it will prevent moisture from getting in here. I will seal around the hole here, and what that will help me with the next time I have to replace the battery, I just take a razor blade and I will cut that back out and replace the battery just like that. So that's what I'm going to do now. Then I'll have to wait 4 hours because it is a 4-hour curing time before you can expose the silicone to water. Now there you have it. I put some black silicone on here. I wait 4 hours, allow this to dry. What I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to put this downstairs. I'm going to put a little pressure on here so we have some pressure on this little escape window that we have here that we're going to use. Then what we'll do after 4 hours, we'll submerge this into some water and observe to make sure no water is getting inside. Then we'll assemble all the back panel and all back inside here, and we'll see. And one way to give yourself a sanity check that the compression of the contacts on the battery is actually working, you can take the end, and part of the calibration procedure is to take the end of this and touch the front and see if your blue light will light up. If it does that, we know that we have contact. And I just saw the blue light come on. So that tells me we have contact. We'll go ahead and let this dry. Oop, just flashed again in my eyes. It's expecting to be calibrated. Now the silicone job was allowed to cure overnight. I put it in some water already. You can see some drops on here, and it seems to be holding well. So it is time to reassemble things back inside the original case, and then we'll go ahead and test it out inside the swimming pool. What I've done is I've let the fin work inside the swimming pool for about a week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up the application on here, and we're going to take a look at it. Now you can see we went from the gray, we are in the blue. The blue shows that everything is working fine. Now we're back to normal. This is what it looked like from the week that it was out, that long line of non-monitoring. That was when the battery was dead. Let's take a look at it from a daily perspective now. This is as of today, so you can see it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The fin is reporting exactly the way it's supposed to be doing, so it is fixed. Let's go ahead and sum up everything that we did today and come to some conclusions. Anyway, I think the Phin product is a great product. I think it was designed really well after I got to go inside and see the quality of how everything was put together inside there. These are the things that I really like about this product, and it works. It works extremely well. What I don't like is the fact that the consumer, the user, the owner of the product doesn't have the ability straight from the manufacturer to be able to replace the battery. So today's option is an option that maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you, but it was a simple option for me, and I was able to replace the battery and extend the life and the usability of this product. Now by doing that, you lower your footprint, you lower the footprint of putting these electronic devices in things like landfills. And you know, we're trying to be as green as we can today. So I think if Phin has an opportunity, if this is reviewed and they will take suggestions, I think in maybe the V2 version of this wonderful Phin device, they will be able to make it where it's replaceable. The battery is replaceable inside. Anyway, again, this is not bashing the Phin people. They got a great product, but this is an opportunity for them to make a really good product, a really great product. And I hope we see that in the future. Now, if you enjoyed today's episode, please give me a thumbs up. Please share. And if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. And if you click that bell, you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, from right here in the Philippines, you have a wonderful and blessed day. If you enjoyed today's episode and you would like to see more just like these, just click on one of the helpful links over to your right and you might be able to pick up on some good information on DIY projects, how to, or if you are interested in moving to the Philippines and building, you'll find answers there as well.